So good evening all again. Thank you for being patient for the last 10 minutes. Let's get started. Uh, Thank you for all attending our webinar, Move Cloud to the Core of Your Business Strategy. It's good to see such a huge turnout. I was just having a look at the attendee list, and we have a wide portfolio of service providers amongst us. We are having web developers, web designers, application developers, hardware and software vendors, IT consultants, digital marketers, hosting providers, and more. So it's good to see such a wide range of portfolio of you amongst us. I believe that it is going to be a very healthy discussion. So let us get this started with. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Rakesh Verma. I have marketing here at Zenith Life. With me is Mr. Ashwin Sundarajan. He is IBM Infrastructure as a Service Specialist at IBM. Ashwin, can you please have a quick hello for everyone?
Hello, thanks a lot for joining the webinar.
Thank you so much, Ashwin. So yeah, let's get this started. In this webinar, moving cloud to the core of your business strategy, we are going to cover everything cloud. So we all hear that there is a big market of cloud reports, industry events, tech blogs, newspapers, biggest cloud platform providers, all are pushing the fact that the cloud market is growing and that cloud is the next big thing. And in India, there has been a recent Digital India movement by our government, and the organizations like Startups of India, SMBs, entrepreneurs, all are now adopting technology at a very fast pace than ever before. For all these organizations who are adopting technology now, cloud computing today and in the immediate future is going to be a very big part of they are going to consume IT. And it is again the fact that is being pushed that cloud is the next big thing. But what is the ground reality? The ground reality, I believe, is best known to people who have attended this webinar. You, as a service providers, know that you, as a service provider, interact very regularly with customers, and hence you know best that are they demanding cloud? Do they need cloud? Are they asking you questions about cloud? Are they aware about cloud? Do they have problems that can be solved by cloud? Like cost cutting, customized requirements, infrastructure problems, downtime, etc. So, are they having problems that can be resolved by cloud? So, are these organizations who are and your end customers, are they needing cloud? And when I say organizations, it includes every organization of all sizes, startups and SMEs who are going to adopt cloud, and then big enterprise organizations as well. So startups and SMBs who are going to adopt and benefit from cloud are going to benefit in a completely different way, and enterprises are going to approach cloud and adopt it in a completely different way. For example, a startup or an SMB who's your customer is going to evaluate cloud on points like, let's say, can cloud help them cut costs while onboarding? Can pay-per-use billing help them save money? They don't want to invest in infrastructure right away, so can cloud help them go to market faster? So these are questions an SMB or a startup who is your end customer is going to ask, that how can cloud help them immediately right away? They don't want to know how their business will scale with cloud in long run. But when it comes to enterprises who are your existing customers, they are going to look at the bigger picture. They are going to look cloud in long term. They are going to evaluate scalability. They are going to evaluate business growth. They are going to evaluate, is cloud going to help them improve their existing business strategy? Is cloud going to help them improve their operations? Is cloud going to help them make intelligent decisions? Is cloud going to help basically make things easy for them? And is cloud going to help them grow their business? So these are different questions that enterprise customers of yours and startups are going to ask when they transition to the cloud. And so every enterprise or big organization today is adopting, every single one is adopting cloud to deliver their services, whether we talk about Facebook or Google, they're delivering their services via cloud, or we talk about e-commerce portals like Flipkart or Snapdeal, they are delivering their services on cloud as well. So with both SMBs and enterprises needing cloud today or needing cloud in very immediate future, let's say 3 months or 6 months down the line, what does it mean for service providers like us? I mean to say that can we use cloud to acquire new customers? Better even, can we use cloud to upgrade our existing customers? Can we use cloud to increase our average revenue per user? Can we use cloud to increase our ARPU? What do we stand to benefit from the growing cloud market? So yeah, that is for a fact that cloud can definitely help us grow. As a service provider, many of you are, I believe this we are all going to agree with. As a service provider, many of us are single IT one-stop shop for our customers. All their IT queries, our customers, they ask us. So they are definitely going to ask us that, these problems we are having, can you solve them with cloud? And therein lies the opportunity for us, that the problems that our customers are facing, can we transform them into a business opportunity for us? Of course, in the beginning, there is going to be a bit of struggle. There is going to be a bit of heavy lifting involved to sell cloud to our customers. But this is just going to be in the beginning. And even if there is a heavy lifting, even if we are going to have to transform how we sell services to our customers, uh, this is where the market is heading and this is where the money lies. So this remains a fact that we all are going to have to start selling cloud. So later in the webinar, we are going to cover how actually we can sell cloud on ground, and what are going to be the best practices for doing that. But before that, let us cover one more important point, and I believe the most important point, that how do you choose the right cloud provider? How do you choose the right cloud provider for yourself and for your end customer? How do you choose which cloud provider best fits your need? So let's talk about that how do you choose the right cloud service provider? So there are four key points which we believe from our experience are very important when choosing your cloud provider. The first one is quality. The most important point, that it is very important that we deliver quality services to our customers. I hope this you are all going to agree on, that we are in the service industry and it is very important for us to have our customers satisfied, for us to run for us to have continuous business. So it is important that our customers are satisfied by your quality. So when we are selling cloud to our customers, it is important that we choose the right cloud provider so that our customer gets quality services and his reputation with us is not hampered. The second most important point is options, that with the right cloud platform, we are going to provide many options to our customers, like the ability to host multiple kind of application, whatever type their kind of application is, ability to host multiple kind of databases, ability to have ready-made capability to test their applications and have other applications available as well. Also options in terms of the type of cloud they want to avail, public cloud, private cloud, or a hybrid cloud. Is the cloud platform that you're going to provide to your customers available to provide everything, bare metal dedicated servers, or public cloud, or private cloud, or a combination of both of these, that is a hybrid cloud, or the any other customized requirement? Is the cloud platform you're choosing providing you all the options? The third thing is control. Like, are you or your customers able to have complete control over your service? Are you able to use pay-per-use billing? What level of control are you able to provide to your customer? Can they stop their services when they don't need it? Can they restart their services whenever they need it? It is important for you and your customers to have this control. And fourth point is transparency. So do you have complete visibility into how much of your resources are consumed on a daily basis, hourly basis? And with this, how can you customize and reduce your costs with this visibility? How much will you incur if you keep on consuming same level of resources? How much bill at the end of the month are you going to incur if you reduce, if you go ahead with pay-per-use billing? So this transparency for you as a service provider is very important and will be vital for you to increase your profit margins. So Zennet Life believes that these four pillars, quality, options, control, and transparency, will help you choose the right cloud platform. Zennet Live, we have been associated with you since long, and we, being your valued and trusted partner, find it very important that we extend to you and your end customers the right and quality cloud service, a cloud provider who checks all the four boxes we have talked about. And being an IBM business partner, Zenith has strong faith in their capabilities. IBM has global data centers, secure and high-speed network, enterprise capabilities, years of experience, and has the capability to be the perfect cloud service provider, especially for service providers like us who are in the hosting web designing industry. IBM is the most friendly platform for us. So to talk about IBM Cloud, IBM software, I'll be passing it on to Ashwin now, who is going to discuss IBM's key value propositions and its differentiating factors and how IBM is going to help service providers like us better when it is compared to other service providers. So Ashwin, I'm going to pass on the screen control to you now. Kindly take it over.
Sure. Hello, everyone. Good evening, and thanks a lot for joining the webinar. So I hope I am audible to everyone and everyone is able to see my screen. Right. So I'll directly get into it. So as Mr. Dakshesh from Zenith was describing that the industry is transforming and the cloud is becoming a business model. So I agree on the same point. So if you see nowadays, it's like cloud is not a technology anymore. Cloud is becoming a business model, and every single partner or even end customers, everybody is starting to revolve their business around cloud computing. So it has matured from being a niche technology to a bigger level right now. So before going to IBM Cloud and what IBM Cloud can help you, help partners like you, and before jumping into that, I just want to describe just a single slide about how IBM is doing business now in the market, what is happening right now. As Dakshish also pointed out, in India there's a digital India campaign that has been rolled out, and everyone is talking about digital, and we are seeing a lot of new companies coming out of born on the web, and like how does a company like IBM and how do partners like you take use of this digital business? So that is what I'm going to start this with. So IBM goes. Let me make it in bigger view. Right. Right. So the three important points. What not just IBM, any leader. So this is any digital leader right now. They are behind these 3 points in driving their business. So the number 1 point is a compelling customer experience, and the number 2 is a new innovative business models, and the number 3 is fast and flexible operational processes. So what does these 3 things mean? Like how you might have been wondering, like being a partner or a service provider or a developer, like what does this mean for me? Like why are you telling this to me from IBM? Like, okay, this 3 things applies to everyone who's in digital business nowadays, and I believe each one of you, including me, but everybody is indirectly or directly associated in the digital business today. So if you see like customers today, they want to go like customers want to just go to a website and they just want to select what product they want and see the pricing there and finish the whole sales cycle in the website itself. That is a digital business what we're talking about. To give you some interesting points, like if you want to see the first, customer experience. Right nowadays, customer experience is something which everyone, like partners and a company like IBM, we want to give a personalized experience to our end customers, right? Absolutely. So every customer wants to be treated in a unique way. All the customers are not same nowadays. So what people say is like 81% of the companies place the personalized customer experience in the top 3 priorities, and that's something interesting. And among those 81%, 39% are reporting it as a top priority. So you can see how much this digital business and the customer experience is taking a role in the digital business. And coming to the second point, new innovative business models. Right, I have a website and I'm going to use that for my my website is going to be the front end for my business, cloud business or any business. So like, now what? That's not going to stay the same. My competition is going to be like maybe they develop something new on the website. Maybe being partners like you, your competition develops something new. So we got to be always getting some new ideas and keep implementing it. And 80% of the CXOs, they agree with experimenting with different business models, or at least they think of doing so. So that's what is fast and flexible operational process. As I said in the beginning, in this digital business era, everybody wants to get everything done quickly. We go to Amazon or Flipkart, we just do a purchase in like a matter of minutes or seconds probably. That's what people are expecting the cloud also from partners and providers like you and me. So people want to go to the website or maybe in a mobile app or just select the servers and finish it off fast. So how do we get this done fast and flexibility? How do we as a partner, as a service provider, how do we give this to our partners and how do you extend this to your clients? We got to be innovating. IBM is definitely innovating in the rapid speed. We're adding a lot of things. We have researchers and everything. All these things are open to be used by our partners as well. So this is how you can take this to your end clients. So these are the three overall way how IBM is transforming and how is every other enterprise or service provider is transforming their business now. Now let me go into the IBM cloud part. Right. IBM cloud. So there are a lot of things that comes under IBM cloud. So some people might know what exactly is an IBM cloud. Some might be confused. How can I be a partner of the IBM cloud, and how do I take, what kind of solution do I take to my end customer? So when you say IBM cloud, it has a lot of things included in it. So IBM cloud is not just public or private. IBM cloud includes both public, private, or the combination of both, which we call as hybrid. And IBM is already a leader in the hybrid cloud space, which Gartner has also quoted. So if you see this slide, what I'm showing right now, you can see the left section, which is the cloud native. These are things which IBM has developed cloud native. We have 100 plus SaaS applications, which is focused on industry specific verticals as well. And of course, coming to the important part, that is the infrastructure as a service, which is the basic building blocks for any public, private, or hybrid cloud. Infra is going to be the basic. And next, we also have something called as platform as a service, which is our Bluemix. And this is purely from the cloud native part. If you look at the cloud enabled part, there are a lot of softwares which IBM is known and famous for. For example, there is a mobile first. All these are enabled on cloud. And if you see the middleware, Tivoli, WebSphere, DB2, a lot of people who want it, and maybe right now also, even today, a lot of people need DB2, WebSphere, but they may not be able to purchase the whole thing, but we give that as a service. That's something interesting. And even IBM's all like types of IBM servers, storage, mainframe, everything is cloud enabled. So this is where IBM cloud is heading towards and also already in place. So, sorry. So cloud native is like software comes in the cloud native part. So where the complete infrastructure is built, let it be a server, storages, your security, everything is taken care of software. Right. Now, what do you benefit from the IBM cloud platform? What are all the services we get? I'm just going to give you an overall thing. I'm not going to get too much technical into it. I just want to, as a partner, what kind of things you will get benefited out of it. So there are principles. There are 5 important points what IBM covers in the IBM cloud. The first one is DevOps productivity. We have capabilities that is going to help you in the complete DevOps cycle, which is again running on top of cloud. Hybrid integration. As I said already, public cloud, yes, everybody has it. Private cloud, yes, everybody has it. And hybrid is something which only a couple of companies can get it done for end customers and partners. And IBM is one of the very handful service providers who can do the hybrid integration. And of course, yes, powerful, accessible data and analytics. Data is something which is becoming like a gold mine, I would say, recently. So everybody is behind data, and a lot of data is there, which people are not using it. Data is money now. So IBM has services on the cloud, which you can use to analyze and give up, it's a predictive model, the cognitive intelligence, everything is available. And coming to the cognitive solutions part, which is interesting. So as a partner, like when you become a partner with IBM Cloud, you don't just the infrastructure part. As you said, the DevOps, everything, that is fine. And cognitive is something very, very unique to IBM. I'm sure a lot of you would have heard about our Watson services, which is a cognitive intelligence system, which has a lot of services like predictive analytics and speech to text recognition, a lot of cool stuff. And all these things are available through our cloud platform as a service. Every partner is let me use all these services and build your own applications on top of it and give it as a service to your end customers. And of course, consistency. There might be a lot of people who can claim that we do all these things, but yes, IBM has been there for a long time in the IT business, and the consistency is something which we maintain, whatever the technology may be. Today, cloud is there, and maybe after 5 years, cloud might be evolving into a totally different technology, and IBM is going to be consistent with all that. And if you see the right side, that gives a complete stack of the IBM cloud. I believe you're able to see that. Yeah. So this is the complete stack. If you see in the bottom, you see the choice of infrastructure, which are the primary infrastructure. What we provide on the cloud is definitely software, data infrastructure, and data centers. And we almost have 28 data centers and around the globe, and each data center is connected using our own cabling. So that's an interesting part. And if you look on top of the infrastructure, that is where comes the runtime environments. That's a platform which you can run all your applications or build your own applications, all those things. We have instant runtimes, Docker containers, virtual machines, which is OpenStack, and we do have VMware. OpenStack is an interesting thing. If there are any developers attending this webinar, all our cloud is enabled on OpenStack, and a lot of open source is available. IBM is open now. I wouldn't say a lot of applications we have given it open now. And if you look at the catalog of application and data services, this space I would say is not really enough to showcase of all the range of cloud applications and services we have. There's only a couple of things what we are showing there. Web applications, like literally everything like mobile, cognitive, analytics, IoT, security, all these available as an application and service layer to you for a partner and for end customer. So this is something really interesting. And using this infrastructure and the platform services, you as a partner can maybe build your own application. If you have something that whether the application is already developed by you, you can integrate it here, or if you're building some new application, you can very well build it on top of a platform and right away host it as a service. And all this happens very quickly. It's not a very complex thing to do. It's all very simple to use. As Dakshish pointed out, the transparency and the kind of control you get in our IBM Cloud platform is the ease of use is amazing. So that's about the IBM Cloud platform overview. Now, quickly moving to the next slide is about software, which is the most important piece in the public cloud, the infrastructure as a service layer. As I said, IBM software is the main advantage is the total access, control, and transparency. So what do you mean by access control and transparency? Dakshish will explain in more detail about it. He already mentioned a little bit about it as well. Like customers today in the cloud, and especially partners, you need the complete control. When you go to someone else, you need to know what is happening in the infrastructure. You need to have complete visibility, and you need to create your own whatever kind of configuration you want based on the needs of your customers. And that is what completely IBM Cloud software gives you. You don't have any t-shirt sizes in taking up a server, for example. It's not like you will have to take a small, medium package. You can create your own configuration based on the number of cores and RAMs you need. That's absolutely of control you get. And transparency. You pay for whatever you use. So that's also, so there's no indirect or any hidden charges that we give around you. And as you see, the 45 global data centers includes our IBM, other VDCs which use for other purposes as well, like business continuity, BCRS site we have one in Mumbai. So that including 45, just for software public cloud, we have close to 28 data centers. And of course, as I said, our services, IBM Cloud is open, it's built on OpenStack, secure, and completely scalable. And high-speed network, this is something very unique to IBM. So all the 28 data centers which I mentioned is connected using IBM's own private cabling. So what does this mean to you? You get a high-speed network, and there are a lot of things which we don't charge you in the network movement, charge you for the upload and DC to DC data movement. We don't even monitor that and don't charge you for that. So that's the benefit as a partner, what you get out of it. And expert services and tools. As I said, software, it is not just restricted to software alone. If you're using other services in IBM cloud services, everything is integratable with each other. If you're using Bluemix, developing an app on that is integratable. If you're doing something in Docker, is integratable. So that is a kind of service and tools and integration to on-premises as well, which comes as a hybrid cloud model. So some of your customers may say, okay, look, I have a single server in my office, but I want to put this workload on the cloud. Please help me integrate it. Very well, you can do that for your end customer as a partner. Right. Now we are into SoftLayer. How does SoftLayer make a difference? If you have to choose IBM SoftLayer through CNET, like what difference does it make to you? Like, as I said, SoftLayer is the only provider who supports build your own cloud environment. There is no packages, like there is no single size you have to choose, because there might be because being a partner, you might get a lot of requirements, very unique requirements from a customer. Every customer's requirement may not be the same. Some will need a small dual core 4GB server, some will need a higher end server, and you must be having the control over the cloud infrastructure to build whatever your end customers are asking to you. And that is what is SoftLayer about. Ranging from private dedicated servers, which is the bare metal server, which is a very, very unique offering. It is not a virtualized one. It's a complete physical server given to you on the cloud with complete administrator access to you. Starting from that kind of server, even to a shared multi-tenant virtual server. It's complete, all the complete set is available with us. And coming to the next important point is, I would like to elaborate a bit more on the bare metal point. There are many providers who are giving the same, they say dedicated servers. Maybe probably they say they even give bare metal on the cloud. But how does it make a difference between that dedicated and IBM SoftLayer dedicated servers? So this is very simple. So when you take a bare metal server in IBM SoftLayer, you will be given the admin access to the operating system, of course. And you will also be given the password to your, maybe probably to your BIOS also. That level of control we give. So we can't share the BIOS password to 2 different customers. It's as simple as that. So the complete control is given to you. And even we have a small shared public VM, which starts from a very basic configuration like a single core, single GB. Again, that is, there is no packages. It's up to you to choose the cores and RAM and the storage, whatever you need. So the key takeaway from this slide is, when you think about IBM SoftLayer, it is starting from a small multi-tenant shared virtual server up to the level of private dedicated bare metal servers. Everything is available and you are free to choose the configuration what you need. You wouldn't believe me, in bare metal alone, we have close to 100 different configurations what we can offer you. And all the configurations are consistent across all the data centers we have. If you find a particular product in a data center, the product will be available in other data center. Except that maybe if it's an outdated server, which will not be available in the new data centers. The power of IBM SoftLayer. What I've been telling you, like the high level details I've been giving you, but now coming to like as a partner, how do you get the benefit from the power of our software infrastructure? The first one, as I said, you build your own cloud. Whatever your end customers are going to ask, you will be able to build that particular infrastructure on our environment. That's the number one point. And the number 2 point, which is very, very important, because when you talk about cloud, yes, your processor, your RAM determines the cost, and there is something else which people don't even consider into their account, which is the bandwidth, the incoming outgoing bandwidth when you use a cloud provider. So in IBM, with every virtual server, you get 250 GB of virtual server bandwidth included every month per server. So we don't charge. Once you cross 250 GB, that is when the bill starts. So as a partner, this is going to be really, really helpful for you. Because you might be having some, maybe I'll just take a number. When customers are 100 and you're running close to some 10 to 20 servers, you can multiply that 10 into 250 per month. You get 2.5 TB of download bandwidth per month. And if it's bare metal, it goes up to 500 GB per month per server. And why I'm telling this is like there are not a lot of providers who use this. This is something which is partner friendly. So being a partner, like when you're getting this kind of ease to use with respect to bandwidth, that's very interesting. And if you look at the upload bandwidth, we don't even meter that. It's unlimited. How much ever data is pushed towards the server, it is not even metered. So why I say this is partner friendly is like there is some headache that is taken off the partners. You don't have to worry about bandwidth being a block when you're talking to your end customers about cloud. Of course, in software in IBM, it's not going to be a roadblock for you. And yes, coming to the third point, you can choose a virtual server for short-term workloads. The minimum clock cycle we guarantee in virtual server is 2.0 gigahertz. It doesn't get lesser than that. It might be higher than that, but 2 gigahertz is the bare minimum for virtual servers. So if you have any short term, like your customer needs a server for a month or so, you can go and become a virtual server through a platform. And the next point is network. Yes. So as I said, it is our own network cabling what we are using in IBM. So we give a multiple controls like public IPs, private IPs, and a management IP. Using these three, for a partner, it is specifically very, very useful to have these three separated networks. Because you can give the public access to your customers, but you can use the management access to take care of all the backend work. That is being given here. And coming to the fifth point, which is pay-per-use billing, of course. How much ever you use by the hour, use by the month, you're going to be billed based on whatever you use. And you can see the complete billing in your portal itself. And we are already IPv6 enabled. I'm sure like there is not many applications we have here which is IPv6 enabled yet, but our network is IPv6 already enabled. So any application coming in the future, we are already feature ready. And coming to the seventh point, which talks about the bare metal, yes, we are using the x86 hardware architecture, and most of the current updated models in the X series, in whatever Intel has rolled out, we have most of those models, and each and every model is tested and made sure it's compatible with all the OSs or any software what customer is going to get. And of course, x86 means most of the applications are based out on x86, so that's the thing. And coming to the eighth point, images. You want to move between the servers, you want to take an image and provision it later, that is available. Image management or to capture an image from the software server is very simple and easy. So we don't charge separately for this Flex images. This comes as a feature for every single partner offers. And coming to the most important point, whatever I told you right now, yes, some of you may have heard about this, and for some of you it is new, and which will be a very good. The last point, like all of this is available at our Indian data center currently, which is something very, very, very important point which you can take it across to your end customers as a partner. The reason, there are a lot of Indian customers who are not really comfortable in putting the data in the cloud, especially out of country. That's one reason. And if they put it somewhere else, the latency issues. To take all these out of the picture, we open a data center in India for software. Whatever features I spoke to you now, every single feature is available right from our Chennai data center in India. And the next important point, using this Indian data center, you being a partner, you will be able to focus on clients from the public sector unit, governments, maybe some of you are already working for them as a partner, because you should be able to easily convince them with this platform now. Because the data is sitting within India, and we have a lot of compliances in place, and they don't have to worry about the regulatory requirement, which is very, very important. So since we have an Indian DC now with all these features, you have a very good point to take it out to your customers and educate about them to use this platform. And yes, so important thing, like as I was almost covering most of the points for the Chennai DC, what does it mean for you? I'll iterate on those points again. So number one thing, the data is going to be sitting within the country, which is very, very important. And you'll be able to target the PSUs, public sector units, banks, financial institutions, BFSI, any kind of regulatory workload companies in India, you will be able to target them. Very, very simple. And from the technical perspective, latency is not an issue at all, because since this data center is present in India, it's connected to the Indian network. And the important thing is, like, it is not just the data center what we have in India, we also have the network POP. The network POP means it's a network point of presence. So that means the complete data center is connected to the Indian network infrastructure. It is available, connected to all the ISPs here. So the latency part, you will not even have to worry about it as a roadblock with this IDC. So that's about it from me. So Dakshish, I'll give the control back to you. I'll be on the webinar till the end. So any questions you people have, you can always at the end of the webinar when you have a question session, you can shoot it out. I'll try to answer most of the questions. Over to you, Dakshish.
Yeah. Just hold on a second. All right, Ashwin, thanks a lot. Very insightful. Thank you for elaborating on the 4 points that I mentioned that are essential for choosing the right cloud service provider. The first one being the options that come with the software, that global data centers, network security, solid infrastructure, then the wide range of configurations, applications, environments, then the control that comes with pay-per-use billing, instant scalability, instant resource visibility, and the transparency, and the most important new competency that has come into the picture with the software opening an Indian data center. That's very important. So, which is why and how I think that IBM software is the most service provider cloud platform for everyone. So coming to the main point and coming to the most important point of the webinar, that how do you stand to benefit with ZNet Live being a business partner of IBM? How do you stand to benefit from being a partner of ZNet Live? So there are four key things which we have worked upon to make our association with IBM software and you the most beneficial. The first one of them is automation. Why have we worked on automation so heavily? Because when you're going to sell cloud, selling cloud comes with its own set of technical complexities. When you're selling cloud, you're not selling a bare metal server. When you're selling cloud, you are selling to the customer that he is going to have complete control over his services. He's going to upgrade, downgrade within a matter of 5 seconds. He should have the ability to avail the pay-per-use billing. So the customer should not have to get in touch with you for any minor tweaks he needs. So that is the level of automation that is needed when you sell cloud. So what we at ZNet Live have done for our partners is that we have automated the software provisioning and business cycle. What does it mean? So how this is going to work out is ZNet Live's panel backend is completely integrated with software. Just hold on a second. So yeah, sorry guys. So yeah, so the first thing is that ZNet Live as a backend is completely integrated with, just allow me a second please, is completely integrated with software. So, and what we are going to provide you with is a ready-made website, which I'm going to show you in the next slide. So a customer of yours can place the order directly via your website, and it is going to be automatically provisioned from the software's end. So you won't have to do anything to interact with the customer, raising a PO, then having the order, then coordinating with ZNet Live, and then having the order placed by us. Directly from the ready-made website we are going to provide to you, you can provide that link to the customer can place the order from there. It is going to be provisioned, the cloud or the bare metal server for that example, it is going to be provisioned automatically and delivered to your customer in his customer panel. So we are going to provide your customer with a customer panel as well. With that customer panel, your customer is going to have complete control over his services, which we are going to talk about later. And you are going to have an admin panel as well, in which you are going to see complete services of your customer. So this is the complete business cycle that comes while selling the cloud. And this is the level of automation we are going to enable you with. That with your ready-made website, your customer is going to be able to place the order. His service is going to be automatically provisioned in his member panel. He can upgrade, downgrade, make any changes in his services that he wants. And then the same service is going to reflect in your admin panel as well. So I believe this complete control in your hands is very important. So yeah, so this is from where the whole automation cycle begins. What you're seeing on your screen is the marketplace, is the ready-made website we are going to provide you with. So on the left side, you can see the term company logo is there. So this is where your logo is going to come. And this is the IBM software page. So with the slider that you are seeing on the bottom of the screen, your customer can choose the desired configuration he wants, and he can choose, as you can see in the region section, which software data center he wants his service to be provisioned into. So he can choose his desired configuration, he can choose which data center he needs, and he can place the order from here. After that, it is going to go for the order process. So here your customer can tweak his configuration further. He can tweak his hardware, he can customize his software, and your customer can finally place the order. Once he places the order, the server or cloud is going to be automatically provisioned by the software's end and going to be reflected in your customer's member panel. So this is the member panel that your end customer is going to get. As you can again see, there is a partner logo on the left hand side of the screen top. So your customer will log in into this panel, and as you can see, there's a service name under current services. So you can see that the server your customer just ordered is visible here by the name of Cloud Software AMS01 Amsterdam. Amsterdam being the data center. So your customer can see the service here in his member panel, and here are the service details he can see, like which core, which RAM, which hard disk, which operating system. Here are the control panel details. He's seeing a customer username, password, and then he's seeing his billing details, that on which date he has bought the service, what is the due date to renew the service. Then the most important thing that you're seeing is your customer has placed his cloud order on an hourly billing cycle. So his payment is going to be on pay-per-use billing on an hourly model, so that he can see. So this is just the details he's seeing. Now let us talk about the level of control your customer has on his services. So he goes to the server control center and he can see his IP info here. So this IP info is fetched from the software via API integration is real time. So your customer will be able to see the IP info, and in the power control tab, he can pause his services, he can resume, he can terminate. So whenever your customer feels that, at this time or for these 12 days, I'm not going to need this higher configuration, so he can pause his services. And whenever some of his application is ready and he needs to test it, let's say for an amount of 4 hours, then he can resume the service and he can again pause the service. And after a fortnight or after 15 days, when his application goes live, he can again resume the service and he can go ahead with it. Let's say after 2 months, he decides that, I'm going to have to order a new cloud in some new data center. So he can terminate the service. So the complete control is in his hands. So this was the member panel of the customer. Now let's see what is the panel you as a partner of ZenNet Live are going to get. So yeah, sorry, I have forgot to cover 2 points. So that was the level of control over the services your customer had. Now this is the support dashboard of the customer. From here, your customer will be able to raise tickets to you. Your customer, as you can see, the recent ticket he has submitted, the cloud server for, etc., etc. So via here, he can raise the tickets, he can enter the reply, and he can submit it to you. Now that ticket is going to show in your admin panel, from where you can reply to it. And one more point, which I'm going to come later in the demo, is that you as a partner can choose whether you want to reply that ticket or you want ZenNet Live to reply to it. If we reply to it, then the complete service is going to be white labeled. Like, your customer is not going to know that ZenNet Live is anywhere in the picture. Let's say your company name is XYZ Private Limited. So the reply is going to go by the name of XYZ Private Limited. So this complete support system is white labeled. Anyhow, I'll get more into later. Right now, let us complete the automation part. So this is the facility your customer has in his customer panel. Let us move to the panel that you as a partner are going to get. So this is the admin panel. This is how the home screen of the admin panel looks like. These are the dashboards. This is the billing dashboard in which you can see the billing details of all your customers. Then you can see the second dashboard is support dashboard, wherein you can see complete support details like tickets raised by your customers, etc., etc. Then there is a sales dashboard which you can use to manage the complete sales cycle of your organization, right from where the marketing activity is done to where lead is generated, to the lead is nurtured, it is converted into a potential, then it is finally converted to into customer. Then after it is converted to a customer, then let us suppose a renewal of that customer is coming after a month. So whether he's renewing the service or not, so immediately it is going to show for renewal in the sales dashboard. So normally you guys, what you guys might be doing is you guys might be using different kind of platforms for sales, for support. So with as a partner of ZNet Live, what you're going to get is the single admin panel where all these modules are there by default. Now let us move again to the automation part. So yeah, so for the customer whom we were just seeing that he had placed the order of Software Cloud. So this is how the details of that customer are going to look like. This is the single view dashboard wherein you can see your customer summary. If you have a look at the top tab, so you can see your customer summary. You can see the products and services he has purchased from you. You can see his domains, invoices, orders, receipts. So I believe most of you are also selling domains to your customers. You are also selling other products and services to your customers, like let's say web hosting or web designing or maybe application development. So those services also you can add into the panel we are going to provide to you. So this panel is going to act as a one-stop shop for you. You are not going to have to rely on any other panel once you have this from us, and this panel is available to you for free once you become the ZNet Live partner. So, and let's see one of some of more key pointers in the top tab above. You can see tickets of your customers, email logs, notes, the SMSs you have sent to the customer. So everything is available at a single place. Now, let us move to the next screen. So yeah, this is the products and services tab of the customer, and here you can see the product and services details, and the recent cloud server he purchased is available in the products and services details in the first column with the details of domain, registration date, due date, billing cycle, and everything. When you click on the service, you will be able to see further details of the or of the customer, which can be edited by you because you have complete admin control. Then here is the monitoring status of the customer. From here, you have the complete authority to pause customer service, resume his service, change his password, do any other changes. And then, so this is the complete control you as an admin are going to have over your customer service, and the same level of control the customer is going to have over his service as well. So now herein we have completed the entire automation cycle of cloud. The first thing that has happened is that your customer has been able to place his order directly from your website, and it has been ordered from the software side and delivered automatically to your customer and has been showing in your admin panel as well. So that's the first point. No manual intervention, no manual intervention at all. The second point is that the control that we talked about of the 4 points that I mentioned in the beginning of the webinar. So the second point is the control. Your customer has complete control over his services, and you have complete control over the services as well. So win-win scenario for both of us. And yeah, so that's basically the complete level of cloud automation we have done. And since you are ZNet Live's partner, this panel and this level of automation is available to you free of cost. Now, what else? What else other than this facility of automation we provide to you once you are availing IBM software from us? What else do you get? So the second thing you get is support. As I mentioned, that you have the capability, you have the choice to avail white labeled support via ZNet Live. I'll elaborate more on it. Like, let us say, most of you or many of you might be having technical competency. You might be having a technical team in your organization who can provide support to your customer. In that case, very fine. ZNet Live does not come anywhere in the picture. Your customer thinks that he has purchased services from you, and you provide the complete technical support to him. But let us assume that you are into web designing and you just design your customer's website and you don't have a technical team in place. You just realize that customer to make the customer's live website, you need hosting, or you need dedicated server, or you need cloud. But after selling, you don't want to manage anything. You just want to focus on your business. You want to focus on acquiring new customers rather than managing the existing bot service. Then you can avail the white labeled support by ZenNet Live. So what is going to happen is, whether via email or phone or ticket, any support inquiry that comes to you is going to directly come to ZenNet Live, and we are going to provide white label support, meaning that the email are going to be answered from your name, the phone is going to be answered via your company's name, and the tickets are going to be answered under your company's name, so that ZenNet Live will not come anywhere in the picture, and your customer is going to think that he's availing the support from you. And in all this process, the complete level of quality of support that is provided at ZenNet Live, with well-defined SLAs, escalation matrices, are going to be extended to your end customer as well, so that there is no level of dissatisfaction involved at all. So the second facility you have when you are availing IBM software via ZenNet Live is this level of high quality and this level of white label support. The third point is the complete level of marketing assistance we are going to provide you with. Let us say that to sell IBM software, you want to conduct a digital marketing campaign, or you want to conduct an event, or you need any sort of financial assistance, or you want to conduct an event where you are going to invite 50 of your top customers, and you would want to tell them the value of IBM software. So we are going to help you in all those marketing activities. So this is the marketing assistance you're going to have from ZenNet Live. Other than that, let us assume that your sales team is going out to the customer, and we want that he should have ready to use collaterals. He should have ready to use PPTs, PDFs. So you don't want to make it. So that white label collateral is also going to be provided to you by ZenNet Live. So this marketing support, end-to-end marketing support, is going to be provided to you by ZenNet Live. And the fourth is pre-sales and post-sales support. So let us assume again that when your sales guy is approaching a very big enterprise customer, and he thinks that he needs some level of assistance to close the deal. So that level of assistance we are going to provide to you. Our sales guy is going to accompany you, and we are going to help you close the deal. So this is the level of sales assistance we are going to provide to you, in addition to the marketing assistance and the support assistance and the automation assistance I just mentioned. On top of all these 4 points, the fifth thing that you're going to get, and I believe is going to be most important to you as a service provider, is volume discounts. So since ZenNet Live is business partner of IBM, so we will have preferential pricing in place for you, which is going to help you increase your profit margins. So this preferential pricing, this volume discounts are going to be available to you once you avail IBM software via ZenNet Live, and you can have that margin be in place for you as a cut of you, and as a mean to increase your revenue, etc., etc. So this volume discount is something that you are going to have in your pocket. So that is about it. That is everything we had to cover in the webinar, that where the cloud market is going, and why you should start selling cloud, how you can easily sell cloud because you already are in touch with customers, how you can sell the right cloud, choose the right cloud platform, why IBM software is the right platform, what are the capabilities of IBM cloud and IBM software, what are the level of quality global data centers, network security they have, and then how ZenNet Live along with IBM enables you to sell cloud completely with complete automation, with the complete marketing assistance, sales assistance, volume discounts, and support. So this is all about it. I'd like to open the questions now. Before that, I'd like to roll out this webinar offer that is specifically for this webinar till 30th of September. That is the end of this month. If you raise via the webinar, or you can simply mention that you attended the webinar, you are going to get 15% off on all your requirements, be it dedicated servers or cloud or any other requirement that you need via ZenNet Live. So this 15% off is available to the attendees who are present right now, and you can avail this by getting in touch with sales team, or I have mentioned 2 email IDs and phone numbers here. You can directly ring us, and we are going to get you in touch with the relevant person. So yeah, that's about it. Let us take Q&A now. Please drop them in the questions or the chat window, and me and Ashwin are going to have them answer. Ashwin, I'm going to unmute you, so let us begin the Q&A section. Yeah,
Sure.
so
Yes.
could you guys please drop your questions in the questions panel that might be visible in the bottommost tab, or you can also drop it in the chat section. Okay, so Mr. Okay, so joinee by the name of Menteches sir, okay, has asked that can we have test assistants to run through and taste the IBM Cloud? That is completely available, Ashwin, I think, and you're the right person to elaborate more on that. Please do.
You would like to test, you can also directly go to the software.com website and you will get a demo environment there provision for you for 30 days. A small environment. You can have a look at it. Yes.
Okay, so Parikshit has asked that what investment is needed from our side to become your partner. That is the beauty of this, Patrick, that there is no investment involved at all. There is a partner program of Zennet Live, whose detail we are going to share with after the webinar, most probably tomorrow, by the name of Plus One Partner Program. You can join it free of cost, and you are going to get this complete level of automation, this admin panel, this system panel. There is no investment needed at all. And once you become a partner, as you keep on selling more services, let's say 5 servers per month or 10 servers per month, your profit margin is going to increase. Let's say we are selling services to our customers on a website at the price of 100. So once you sell 5 servers per month, you're going to get them for 95. And then once you sell 10 servers per month, you're going to get them at 90. So there is no investment involved. And there is only benefit which increases once you work with, as and when you keep working with us more and more deeply, and as and when your services with us increase. So yeah, there is no investment needed. And then Mohammed has asked that we are coming up with multiple service platforms which will have e-commerce, hospital, education, and restaurant. That's fine, Mohammed, but kindly elaborate your question a bit as in what your query is. Uh, any other questions? Mr. Sahil has asked that what about idea code security? Ashwin, can you please elaborate on it?
Yeah, I'm not sure what he means by idea code security, but if you talk from the security perspective and software, yes, we do offer a lot of security features. Like by default, our data center is secure, and yes, and for partners and end customers, like yeah, we do have firewalls, hardware firewalls, software firewalls, and a lot of others. Next, firewall appliances, all those features are there. So based on the requirement, everyone will be able to pick and choose what you need. So a lot of security features are available.
Okay,
Yes.
another. Okay, there are a lot of questions popping in. Mentester has again asked that does IBM provide server images with Microsoft products too, like Windows Server having IIS and Microsoft SQL?
Yes. So yes, we do have operating system ranging from Microsoft, Red Hat, Linux. A lot of Linux operating systems available, and yes, that comes with. We do offer Microsoft SQL. So when you get a Windows or operating system, I believe IIS is by default an operating system. It's just a role. It's not a separate software. Microsoft SQL is available. We do have all the latest versions and editions. And one more thing to add is like there are cases where you customers partners can load their own operating system and software also. You have the opportunity to do that in your bare metal servers. You can load your own image, own operating system.
I
And
hope your
actually, next
question was.
question, yeah, from TAPL, what hardware is required at end customer side? Okay, when you talk about cloud, there is no hardware required from the customer side. All he needs is a small laptop or a PC. That's all.
None to be precise. The complete data is going to be hosted at IBM Software, and so no hardware required at customer side whatsoever. And then Krishnan has a question that like web.in as SLD, I like to market. Is that possible in automation? Krishnan, I'm not sure about your question, but if you're asking that is domain name automation in place, yes, that is already in place with the NetEase partner panel. Okay, there is a question, Ashwin, that can you share the test instant link on your screen so that we can note down and try out? We are going to share it after the webinar. You're going to get an email from a site, most probably tomorrow or early Monday, which is going to have all these details. Ashwin, there is one more question. What is minimum basic price of server? So could you elaborate on it? Like what is the
Right.
most basic
Okay,
configuration
sure.
of it?
So definitely. So the basic configuration we have is a single core 25 GB of storage. That virtual server comes at, if you want me to say in Indian rupee, it comes approximately close to 1,500 rupees per month. That's the basic minimum what we have.
Okay, then Parikshit has asked that will you train us for marketing as a partner and how much profits do you partner give? So Parikshit, I'd be very frank that we have a wide range of partners. So training per se, everyone's team is not possible by our marketing team. So that is something that is a far-fetched idea, I would very frankly say. But we are going to provide you marketing assistance wherever you need. For example, you run a digital marketing campaign, or you want to have an event. So some sort of marketing competency from your side is needed. The capability to run digital marketing campaigns, which we can mutually financially invest in. The capability to have an event in place wherein you are going to invite the attendees from your end, and maybe Zennet Life can just help you financially, and maybe we can provide a speaker from our side. So that complete marketing assistance we are going to provide you with, but some competency or some adept marketing team you need to have at your side. Then Dinesh has asked that is the product panel linked with some default payment gateway or we have to add our gateway? Yes, so Dinesh, the panel is integrated with a lot of payment gateways. I don't have the exact details right now because I'm not from the development team. I'll have that answered from you, or you can drop the query at one of the email IDs that I've mentioned in the right hand side of the screen, and I'll have it answered for you. I believe the most leading payment gateways are already integrated. The leading banks are integrated. The EBS payment gateway is integrated. PayPal is integrated. I believe Citrix is integrated. So there is not going to be any problem as such that your customer is going to is having the problem to make any payment. Anyhow, let us have it properly answered. Please drop this question to me over the email or on the email ID that I mentioned, and I'll have the complete details. Any other questions, guys? Okay, so we are already over time, and I believe most of the questions have been answered. So let's wind this up. We appreciate very much that all of you have found time on a working day to join all of us. And we genuinely hope that this was not a run-of-the-mill webinar, and we were able to provide you with some genuinely insightful information that is going to help you improve your business, that is help you going to improve your revenue, profit margins, everything. We have covered some of the questions, and if we have left out any, again the email IDs are visible to you. You can get in touch with us at the phone numbers or the email, or you can get in touch with your dedicated account manager that you might be having in Zennet Live. You can drop us your query at the social media and we'll have it answered pronto. You will receive a video recording of this webinar via email, I believe tomorrow evening or on Monday. And that's about it. Do remember that having joined this webinar, you are eligible for this webinar offer. You can avail 50%, 15% discount on all of the Zennet Live services till 30th September. So if you have any query, do get in touch with the sales team so that you can avail it. Thank you so much. Have a great evening. Thanks for listening.